Spencer, can you focus?
Focus on what?
Focus on what we're doing right now.
What are we doing?
We're recording.
Recording what?
S.
M.
Soup! Hello, everyone. Spencer's making me do this because this is the SMSoup podcast, the number one podcast with soup in the name, but not on the brain. I'm Shelby.
I'm Spencer.
And here is the podcast where we ponder life's greatest questions.
And we do it in such a monotone voice because we're trying so hard to remember how the intro is said that we can't possibly have any voice inflection.
Hey waiter, how's the soup made? Spencer?
That's the key one, right? I mean, we answer multiple, but
question.
that's the one, right? That's the one we want to get to the bottom of.
Yeah, at some point in life.
Eventually.
How are you doing?
I'm all right. How are you doing?
I'm pretty good. Happy spring.
Happy motherfucking spring.
I didn't think we were going to make it, honestly.
Like us,
Winter
the world?
was bad. Yeah.
Winter was not bad.
No, it just sucked. It wasn't bad because of winter elements.
Uh-huh.
Just sucked. The end.
Cool.
So I'm very happy it's spring. Still looks like garbage outside. Otherwise.
It's cold.
Yeah. Redonkulous.
But it stays lighter longer.
Ooh.
And every day gets a little bit longer with the lighter. Yeah?
Yeah. Sorry, Grogu keeps staring at a branch over there. That's what he's been doing most of today.
You know?
Anyway. Speaking of branches.
This is a great segue.
We're moving in a few weeks. And it might not be obvious on camera. This room's a fucking mess.
It's really not obvious on this in camera right now. If you're watching the video, what you see in the shot is the only clean part of
That is correct.
Of the apartment.
Yes.
Like you could not have lined that up any more perfect.
I know. And I'm really back and forth. Not really, but in the back of my mind, I go, do I just leave almost everything instead of packing it all and bringing it with? You know?
Mm-hmm.
That's where I'm at. Because it just angers me to clean it, to rearrange it, to try and find space for it. And that's where I'm at. Where are you at?
I thought you liked the rearranging part of it.
I do like rearranging. I'm just like, do I want to pack it all in things to move it to then put it somewhere else? Like to physically change the location, the geolocation of it. That's kind of where I'm at mentally. Because I really was thinking about it. And like, we've been living here almost 2 years now. I have spent too much time in the 2 years moving shit in this room. And for what reason?
Mm-hmm.
Other than my own stupidity. And that's where I'm at. And it's just making me question everything, you know?
So, like, you're questioning whether or not you actually need stuff.
Yeah.
I gotcha. Yeah, I mean, that makes sense. You want to cut ties with things that you're not going to, like, use or whatever. But, I mean, please don't leave everything.
I know. That's why I know it's not realistic. But I just...
I gotcha. This is just one of those thought exercises that you do.
Yeah.
Where you go, what if I became a minimalist?
Yeah.
Knowing full well that you can't become a minimalist.
Yeah.
So you're not actually saying you want to leave the stuff behind.
I don't want to leave everything behind.
You're just sitting there going, what if I did?
Exactly.
What if I did?
Exactly. You get it.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
I have a question.
Yeah.
Do you think...
I'm sure this won't be mean in any capacity.
that because I'm a man... that realistically speaking, if you take out all knowledge beforehand, that I would be better at sucking dick than a woman would.
I'm gonna say yes.
I was thinking about this. And this goes both ways, obviously.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like, do you think that a woman, like, you can't watch any porn or anything.
Okay.
So, do you think a woman, because of having the bits, is more likely to be better at it?
I'd say it depends on how much one has interacted with the bits.
Well, you would imagine since it's on your own body, you
don't know. A lot of people don't.
No.
I've read magazines.
Yeah, I've read stories about how there are dozens of people, and they're like, and half of them are liars.
I don't know. Some communities make it like so taboo. I think people are afraid to do it.
Well, whenever they finally have that release, it's going to be,
if you will.
They're gonna pass the fuck out.
Yeah, you think so? You think that's how it works?
I
don't think that's how
I feel like if you go that long,
I don't think that's
a lot of built up cum. All right, now that we successfully got this episode demonetized,
yeah,
what have you been up to outside of packing the room and pondering life's
greatest question,
second greatest question of what if I got rid of everything?
Yeah, well, I mean, those are my 2 top favorite activities.
I'm going to be honest though, if you do get rid of everything, I'm actually going to be mad because you're going to replace.
Yeah.
You're going to end up replacing the shit, for lack of a better word, stuff.
Right.
Right? Like you're just going to end up replacing it by buying more stuff, which just means that's like me selling a game and then 2 weeks later going, wish I wouldn't have done that. I'm going to go buy that game again.
Yeah. No, I'm very aware of that, so I know I can't do it.
I'm not saying don't get rid of anything.
No, I know.
If you've been saving like, I don't know what you've been saving, if I'm being honest. I know like a lot of fabrics and stuff. But but if there's a specific fabric that you've been saving that you're just like, I'm never going to work with this. Then by all means, get rid of it.
Yeah.
But if you're like, I just don't want to pack this quilt that I could turn into a sweater.
Couldn't be me.
And then a week later after we're down there, we're in a Goodwill and you're like, I bought 17 quilts. You could have had 18. So that's my big thing.
Yeah. No, I agree.
And also, I feel like, sorry, nobody cares, first off.
I know.
Nobody cares about us moving.
I know. But it's all that's in my brain.
But anyway.
That's all I can think about.
I feel like all the stuff that you have, for the most part, because it's like a lot of like fabrics and stuff, packs down.
Yeah.
Really easily. And because of like the material and stuff it's not fragile, as you will. So you don't really have to worry about like where it ends up fitting. It can just kind of fit wherever.
Right.
More reason to just kind of bring it.
You're not wrong.
But that's also a bad mentality to have too.
That I can just bring
let's just bring it to just bring it. Like,
yeah.
So that's why I go back to my first point. But
I mean, I cut my fabric specifically. I spent like all day yesterday on it, and I cut it in half, just about.
I'm realizing that I'm the dumbest, MFer around.
Okay.
Because we packed up a bin's worth of gaming stuff and took that to our friend while we were down in North Carolina. So that way it's down there a while because we weren't worried about touching it or anything. And then I proceeded to buy more gaming stuff.
Yeah.
I mean, consciously, I knew what I was doing.
Was gonna happen. Yeah.
Yeah, I knew exactly what I was doing. It's just like we had it really pared down, and then
I know
it's still not that much.
No,
but still, it's funny.
Well, we are like slowly filling in the gaps we created.
Yeah. Like we had like, well, I'll just say like we had a shelf.
Yeah.
That was like 3 shelves.
It's like basically a small bookcase.
Yeah, that all those games that were on there got packed up.
Yeah.
And then I've since being back up bought a shelf's worth of games very easily.
Yeah, that whole thing's still pretty full of stuff.
And that whole shelf unit is Pokemon cards and other consoles and stuff like that. But it's gonna honestly the payoff I think is gonna be really sick. So I'm really excited.
Yeah, me too. Can't wait to move. Anyway.
Has there been a well, first off, how have I been? Great. Thank you.
I asked you.
Yeah. Well, the whole dick sucking thing came up, and so I kind of forgot where I was at.
Yeah, okay.
MLB The Show comes out pretty soon. I know this isn't a video game podcast, but I talk about it too much on the other one, so
you need to
I have to vent
bring
it
a little
out
bit
here.
over
yeah.
here.
And Daddy's excited.
Yeah?
Yeah.
I know MLB comes out soon, which means baseball starts soon.
Dude, I can't wait. Yeah, not to talk about baseball all over again, but we're recording this on Monday, the day that last week's episode came out.
Yeah.
In which we talked about the World Baseball Classic and stuff. That wraps up tomorrow.
Right.
So like 2 episodes will come out where we don't know the winner of the World Baseball Classic, but the winner will be between the 2 episodes, which is kind of funny. Mm-hmm. But Team USA will be playing the winner of tonight's game in the championship, and I'm very excited for that. And yeah, that has, because it's like a tournament, and that has like amped my level of like, spring training started. I watched the first spring training game and I was like, I'm ready for baseball. Probably played a little MLB The Show then. That might have been like around the time where I went back and played the PS4 version of last year, so that way I could get the platinum and stuff and play baseball.
Yeah.
And now with like the World Baseball Classic going on and like spring training on top of that, it's just like I'm itching for it so bad and I have to wait 4 more days. It sucks.
It'll be here before you know it. No?
Oh, yeah, I will.
I know.
I'm so freaking ready for it.
Yeah, me too. For sure.
Nice. I don't believe you. But yeah, I'm with you. I'm ready to move.
Yeah.
Getting real excited.
Me too.
Okay. Sorry.
No, you're fine.
Go ahead.
Don't apologize. You know, TikTok just like knows you, apparently. That's like the whole thing behind it.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like for the past few days, every like 5 or 6 TikToks I would scroll past, which I'm on it quite a lot, like too much, but whatever. Mm-hmm. It is what it is.
They've all been about long-term relationships ending.
No. What? No. Should I be seeing TikToks about that?
No, I'm just making sure I'm not in trouble.
Oh, no, you're fine. This is, no.
I didn't know if you were seeing like girl boss moments.
Oh, no.
Where it's like, I'm taking back my life.
No. I do feel like a lot of the YouTubers I watch, they're all, not all, like probably like 60% of them are leaving long-term relationships. Some of them were married, some of them weren't. And I'm just like, that's wild. Like it is probably that threshold where you're like, we're either gonna make it or we're just like, this is over, you know?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, most of them probably were dating like at least 6-7 years, if not like beyond 10, or like anyone who I was watching. Not to name them in specific, it is what it is. I'm happy they're like making decisions good for their lives. But it is crazy because I felt like one after another of like YouTubers I was watching were like, it was completely amicable. But like, yeah, we split up and like all this stuff. And I'm just like, that's crazy because it's just been like a thread. But no, completely unrelated. I've been seeing TikToks that were like, you know, at 26, you like should be.
No.
What?
Keep going.
Like going out and like having excitement. And like you shouldn't be sitting. And I've had like a movement of, and okay, I'm gonna be honest. Trends are weird. They're like micro trends. Like they're meant for like a very specific audience. I don't think I'm the audience, so I'm confused why I saw it. But regardless, I kind of wonder if it's a reaction to obviously COVID. And during COVID, there was a huge like, the best thing I can think of to equate it to is like cottage core, very like homey, very like, I'm like a self-reliant, like I do everything in my own space. Like that trend was like ginormous. And then because of COVID, it like made it bigger and people really leaned into it. And I'm wondering if this is just a reactionary, like everyone, we're in our 20s, like don't lose that part, which at the end of the day, everyone should do whatever they want.
Well, that's what I was going to say. I hate
it's
the reason. It's
just weird to me for that to be a TikTok video where it's like, are you looking for people who are also like, yeah, I just feel like I have so much energy. I feel like I'm like having like golden retriever style. Like, are they getting pent up?
Real
like,
quick. Just a reminder, if you're 26,
Yeah.
you should be going out, which means this target audience is not watching this TikTok because you're busy being out and doing things.
Oh, I'm a little confused who it's for.
I said no because you started it off by saying, just a reminder that if you're 26, you should. And that right away is just like a fuck off.
I agree. 100%.
Fuck off. I hate when people are like, oh, Greta Thunberg has done all this stuff and she's 18. And it's like, yeah, I know I'm never going to amount to shit.
Yeah.
Like 95% of the population won't.
Right.
Right? Like you're either a part of the 1%, which means you're rich as fuck, or you're a part of the other 1%, which means you actually like did something notable, and oftentimes there's bleed over between the two.
Right. Yeah. I just found it really interesting because, well, one, you and I have been rather social lately, which is odd for us. And two, but even then it's like, we're still not like going out all the time. Like, in fact, we're still really not going out, which is like great. Sign me up. Love not going out. But it just cracked me up because I really did sit there and I was like, who is this target audience? Are you looking again? Is it the like, I gotta do something, like, what do I do? Is it that? And they're like, they see that and they go, I'm gonna go out. Or do you feel as a 26-year-old like no one is matching your energy, and so you're like, guys, this is what we should be doing? Like, I don't know, I'm trying to figure out where the fuck it's coming from and what the goal is. And it's just a stupid TikTok thing. Like, it doesn't mean anything. Didn't influence me to do anything different. But I'm just trying to figure out.
This just goes back to what we were talking about last week, though, where it's just like, we don't have a purpose. So, like, don't let anybody dictate what you should or shouldn't be doing.
Right.
You know, within the confines of the law.
Right. Right.
You know?
Yeah.
But in the same vein, like, yeah, you do only live once. And so if you want to go out on a bank heist, then please. But
no, like, I don't give a shit if people want to go out. I'm the making of a video of it confused.
No,
me.
go out and rob a bank is what I was saying.
Oh.
Not just go out. Sorry.
Right.
You heard go out and you were like, we're on the same page. And then as you were thinking we're on the same page, that was over top of me saying rob a bank.
Right. Yeah, I just found that really interesting. And I don't know where to go from there. But it's been sitting in the back of my brain because multiple people posted about it. So I'm like, what do you even call this trend?
Because people love to just like jump on stuff.
I know. But it's also funny because there's simultaneously like have you heard of like de-influencing? People are like trying to de-influence things, in that I believe how it started was trying to tell people you don't need to buy a product just because someone is like showing it online. I think that's where it started from.
If you don't have the awareness to already know that, that is insane.
Well,
that
some
is
people.
I know.
Know.
That's really bad.
Also, like, marketing is so annoyingly sometimes like infused into something that like it's not in your like, I don't know, it's just the more you see something, the more you want it, the more like people are loving something, you want to be a part of it. So it's like a social thing.
So when I was growing up, here I am 26, I'm grown up now.
Do you go out all the time?
I do, because I'm 26. That's what I'm supposed to do. It's written in my code. I played baseball, right?
Yeah.
And we grew up in a small town.
Right.
None of us were particularly good, right? Like, I was not good.
Yeah.
And then there were people who were, or no, I was bad, I guess. And then there were, excuse me. And then the rest of us were not good.
Okay.
Right? That's it.
Okay.
One person from our high school went to college and gave it literally the college try.
Right.
And around, I want to say like middle school for us, there was this big wave of necklaces and bracelets that MLB players would wear, and it made them better. That was the endorsement.
Really?
The endorsement was like, I feel so much better wearing X, Y, or Z. And there was a kid.
What was
who
it?
bought all that shit. It's just dude, it's literally just like fucking twine and it clasped. That's it.
Never heard of that.
And this one kid literally had it. And it was in that moment that I realized everything is a crock of shit. Just because it has somebody's name behind it means fuck all.
Right.
And now I just pick up on it all the time. LeBron endorses something besides tonal, because that's obviously legit, but
oh, is it?
Like, people will endorse like sports drinks and stuff. And it's
Yeah.
like outside of this 30-second ad, you have never put that in your body. And I'm not even convinced that what you just put in your body was actually the drink and not just water color dyed.
Right. Yeah.
So it just blows my mind that people are so naive to be like, oh, Kim Kardashian endorses this makeup, so I'm going to get this makeup.
Well,
it's just a way to upsell you to
Yes.
spend $300 for the same foundation you could get at Ulta for 20 cents.
Yeah. I mean, that's just a big part of, again, trends in marketing, because influencers became huge, and it felt
But the fact that we need a movement,
like you can trust them, and so when someone says something, you're like, oh, well, clearly it's great. Like that's been the past like 10 years of the internet.
But the fact that we need to have a movement
Oh,
that people
I
go, hey, just so you
agree.
know, you don't have to get it.
I know, but listen, not everyone has the same
Am I
level.
more-
Not everyone has the same level of media literacy. Not everyone is thinking about it. Like, some people just get like really fucking, I don't know, like blinders on. Like, this is like clearly what's big. I have to be a part of it. Whether it's like for feeling left out, who knows what the fuck.
Well, so I guess I'm gonna fall back for a second.
Yeah.
But are we talking about like buying stuff simply from the fact that a person's tied to it, or getting stuff because you have a need for it and you're going X, Y, or Z route because of somebody?
I think it's more
Like,
because
oh, I kind of want to do one of these meal programs. I'm choosing HelloFresh because this YouTuber I watch endorses it.
It's more from what I've seen
or is
of
endorsed
it.
by them.
It's more like, oh, these products are endorsed by people, whether they're big or not. It's just there's like this echo chamber of you need this, and it's not something you're looking for, but because you've seen it, you now want it.
Gotcha. Yeah.
It's more that. Like, it's like
insane.
It's like the thing that
Asinine.
There's a water bottle trend. Like, every like year there's the new cool water bottle. So hypothetically,
How far behind are we?
Oh, I literally saw someone say, if you have a Nalgene, you're the crunchiest, like, outdoorsy weirdo ever, because like that's like a hiking water bottle.
Drop the Addy. Swear to God, I'll square up right now.
Basically, we're losers.
I haven't been outside in a year. I'm 26. I'm just about to start going out. I'm putting my pants on.
Basically, we're losers is where that came from. And the only thing we don't have is stickers all over it saying like national parks we've been to. That's the only thing we're missing. That's what would happen with an Nalgene. But anyway,
why would you put stickers on it? You're gonna put it underwater to clean it.
Some stickers.
No, these people are gross.
Some stickers are.
No, people who drink out of these are gross, is what you're telling me.
Why?
Because they don't wash their water bottles. I just put water in it.
No,
bro.
So if you're like, again, in the low 20s to 30s, you've seen every trend of water bottle, and some people I know people who own like every trend of water bottle that has existed, and they have a plethora of water bottles, which like on one hand isn't the worst thing in the world, but on the other hand, it's like it's literally a reusable water bottle. The point is that you should be able to reuse that product like multiple times.
Honestly,
you shouldn't need 10 to achieve that.
The only reason we got this is because I lost my one.
Yes, yeah, that's why we got new ones.
So you didn't even have one. You were rocking technically
rocking a really, really old dented college one. Yeah. That fell down a flight of stairs.
And well, you have a couple of other reusable ones. Like we have multiple reusable ones.
Yeah, that we've collected throughout the years.
Yeah, that are still. But I mean,
I think we have 4 total.
But we also use them every single day.
Yeah.
I guess most people do.
Regardless, that's an example. Tons of people.
We don't have every single one. All right.
Nalgene is like the only recognizable one that we have, which it doesn't matter. Like, whatever.
It matters.
But I'm just using that as the example. Is like, I don't know which one's big right now. It's Stanley, I think. Stanley or Yeti. One of those is the big water bottle right now. And everyone bought them. And it's like one of those things. Like, there are people who have like every trend of water bottle for the past like 6 years.
Honestly,
that's crazy.
Honestly, though.
So the whole de-influencing thing is like, and again, that's one example. It's one I can think of that everyone would probably know. So the de-influencing thing is like, you're water bottle from blah blah blah. It still works. Like, don't feel the pressure to go and get it. Don't
Your
feel like
Johnny Depp water bottle is fine. You don't need the Mark Wahlberg water bottle.
Yeah.
I just named 2 extremely problematic actors. You don't need either of their water bottles. All right, you're too good for them.
Yeah, but yeah. So that's kind of what de-influencing is. Is like
That's
you
wild.
don't need to buying because we've basically commodified fitting in.
The only thing that
and so we've turned it into buying is a way of socializing
the
and
only
a way of
the only thing we need to de-influence, in my
representing.
opinion, is animated movies.
uh-huh.
Why do I need Matt Damon to voice a fox in a movie? Why do we get these star-studded casts where every name you see is recognizable for a movie where I'm not going to recognize the person?
Are you mad about the Mario movie?
No, I'm just mad in general that
The whole concept.
but that's like a really good example. I love the cast. I love everybody in the cast.
Yeah.
Great. I think it's going to be good, right?
I also think it's going to be good.
But like, why?
Oh,
like,
I don't know.
So Sonic's not a good example because that's Ben Schwartz, but like it's just him, and then like Idris Elba's Knuckles, and then but like they're the only thing animated, so it's like, all right, that I can kind of move past.
Yeah.
But yeah, like, the bad guys.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, think about like Sing and Sing 2.
Right.
That's
like, why is Matthew McConaughey in those movies? Why is he there?
The entire cast.
Why don't I know it's him? It's not even like his voice.
Right. Yeah.
Right? Like, I don't hear the koala and go, right, koala?
I think so. I don't know who else it would be. It has to be him.
Well, yeah, no, I'm asking, that's the animal.
Yes, it is a koala.
Okay.
Sorry.
That's Matthew McConaughey.
Like the lead guy. Yeah, the koala.
I don't hear that and go, oh, that's Matthew McConaughey.
Yeah. No, I know. I think it's because we've attached so much value to recognizability.
Her using Scarlett Johansson's voice, great.
Yeah.
Sing using Scarlett Johansson's voice doesn't make sense to me.
Yeah.
Nick Kroll. Why is Nick Kroll in there going,
why not?
Yeah, it's me, Nick Kroll. Like, it's not even his voice. It makes no sense. Just literally like get voice actors to do that, right? Like, they already have a hard enough job at
Nick
bad
Kroll
pain
makes
as
me
it is.
laugh.
If anything, you're going to make your movies a hell of a lot cheaper. It's just the fact that like this is the way to sell. You tie a big name to it, and it's just that's the thing. If I'm going to say let's stop,
let's de-influence.
I would de-influence animated movies.
Okay.
I don't think they need these like star-studded like live action actors and actresses.
I think that's fair.
But I'm also not on the hate train.
Yeah.
I'm so fucking ready. I love singing and I love Sing too.
Yeah.
It's just I step back and go, but was that necessary? Like, was it the fact that it's Scarlett Johansson, or was it the fact that like the singing and the story was really good, and so you could have gotten literally anybody to like do that, and it would have been amazing. Again, still love it. Don't hate them for doing it. It's just I do wonder about it. And I'm so fucking pumped for the Mario movie.
How to Train Your Dragon.
Hour and a half.
What movie?
It? Mario movie?
Oh, it's an hour and a half?
Yeah.
I was going to say, How to Train Your Dragon. I'm probably wrong. The only character I know.
Gerard Butler's in How to Train Your Dragon.
Is he?
Yes, he's the dad.
Oh, he is.
TJ Miller.
Oh my God.
Is in it?
Apparently Kit Harington's in it.
Jay Baruchel.
I was thinking of America Ferrera.
Which Jay Baruchel's, he's kind of like a B-lister. Kristen Wiig's in it though.
Yeah. Okay, I didn't realize that.
And yeah, literally his dad's Gerard Butler. Who's his mom? His mom's in what, 2 movies, 1.5 movies, and she's probably like, I don't know, who's a goddess, Angelina Jolie or some shit. No, it's Cate Blanchett. Incredible.
Yeah.
Brilliant. What a waste. You don't put Cate Blanchett behind an animation. You put her on the goddamn big screen. She's a babe. What a waste.
Yeah.
That's again unnecessary.
Yeah.
The number of like notable people.
I can only remember America Ferrera being
right.
But I'm saying,
so what does it matter? Like, you know what I mean? Like, what does it matter that you have these other voices if you can't even tell that it's fucking Gerard Butler?
Yeah, that's very true. Yeah.
Gerard Butler.
Who?
Of White House Down. No.
Of
Olympus Has Fallen.
Of Left Behind fame. Last time I saw her, fame. What was the action movie we saw him in?
Action.
Yeah.
Action? Is that really the word you want to use to describe it?
The last time I saw her.
No, it's last known location.
Last known location.
Right?
Last location.
Last scene.
Nope.
Last stop.
I'm just gonna look up Gerard Butler.
Last stop.
Last seen alive.
Last stop alive. Did I get it?
Locate iPhone. That's what it's called.
Anyway, I don't know how I got on that rant.
I don't know. I was about de-influencing. It doesn't matter. So, like good 26-year-olds, like the good little 20. I'm not 26 yet, but like the good little 26-year-olds we are, we go out sometimes. And a few weeks ago, we went out. We were in upstate New York, baby.
We were in the upper part of the state, New York.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Wasn't this the whole thing that we were going back and forth on? That like when you say upstate, people think one thing, but like we were like geographically upstate.
Yes, we were upstate New York,
but we weren't
like
upstate.
An hour out of Manhattan. We
upstate.
were upstate New York.
Like where are you headed? Oh, I'm heading
Lakes,
upstate from New York City to my parents' ranch where they have 12 horses.
Right. So anyway, we were out to eat. We were waiting to be seated. Waited a very long time.
Mm-hmm.
But boy, oh boy, did an entertaining scene break out in front of us.
Oh my God.
And we, like Spencer and I, were in eavesdropping heaven, just like trying to keep track of what's going on.
Appalled by what I witnessed. Nepotism at its finest.
So we're in a very, very busy restaurant, like a line. There are people everywhere waiting to be seated.
I mean, we were put on the waiting list at 4,
something
at
like
6.
Might have been like 6.
And
we were seated at like 8:20. It was 8. It was after 8.
I thought it was 9.
No, it was like 8:20.
Okay,
I remember looking at the clock.
All right.
Regardless, took a really long time to get seated, and there were people everywhere. It was chaos. So the poor hostess was like, trying to like keep everyone like shuffled and whatnot. Mm-hmm. I'll say poor for now.
Yeah.
I'll start the story with like, I feel bad.
The attitude's gonna change real fucking quick.
I'll say like, of course, like I can never imagine. I mean, everyone was being very nice, good thing, but like,
nobody was rude whatsoever. But boy, oh boy, did we have a reason to be.
So we're standing in like just a mass of people waiting to be seated, and the hostess is at her like little table, and like people are like shoving their way up to her, talking, whatever. These hostess was probably about our age, couldn't have been much older than us.
I'm guessing younger.
Oh, okay.
If anything,
that's probably true. Yeah.
I was gonna say college.
Yeah, that's probably true. So let's just say early 20s.
And she had people like who were working at the restaurant coming up to her.
Yeah.
Frequently.
Yeah.
They were whispering some
Staff
things.
Seemed pretty close.
Yeah, and then they seemed like they were really worried about something. Like,
yeah,
like, is it okay if I do this, and what if I did it like this?
Yeah,
kind of stuff.
Yeah.
And then, sorry, I'll let you continue.
No, you're fine. And then these 2 guys walk in to the restaurant.
2 guys dripped the fuck out. They walked in just exuding confidence. And you could tell that, like, these guys, they were a big deal, and they fucking belonged. And they walked up to the hostess table.
Yeah. And you literally watched her face, like, I can't even describe it.
High school girl. Like,
yeah. Like, immediately, like, it went from, like, oh, yeah, I'd be happy to help you, to, like, oh, my God. Yeah. Hey. And, like, just, like, completely, like, changed.
It was
really
very
fun.
much.
But not in, like, we're best friends way. Like, it was not. It didn't, to me, seem like that.
No, definitely. It was definitely the vibe of, you're working your job, and kudos to her, because she wasn't like in a bad mood or anything, but like you work your job, right? And you do your shit, and you're just like going through the motions, and like people are coming in, you're like, here you go, there you go. And then the second friends come in,
you're like,
you
a totally
are a
different
person.
Yeah.
And that's exactly what happened.
It is, but it was like an extra level to it.
And the guy said something along the lines of like, oh, like, do you think you have room for 2 people? And she goes, I think we can make that work.
But yeah.
But like pushing her hair behind her ears, like
it was like,
oh yeah, I think we can do that.
Literally.
And then sits them ahead of everybody.
Like, yeah, like in them, like
and sits them right in front of us.
Yes. Yes.
And then proceeds to like worry about them.
Yeah.
Every second.
Yeah.
Of the rest of the time that we were sitting there.
Yes.
And I was like, no fucking way.
It was actually wild to watch.
The balls of people.
I mean, yeah.
At the end of the day, do I care that much? No. But in that moment, was I like, are you fucking serious? Like,
in that moment,
are you fucking serious?
We'd probably already been waiting an hour, at least. Probably getting close to 2.
That's insane. That's like, again, like literally like the balls to just like, I'm trying to think of like a way to like equate it where it's just like it's fine that you did it, but also like, really?
Yeah, it was pretty wild to watch. And then it was wild to watch because afterwards you could tell she was then very giggly about it. And every single staff member came over and then they would be giggly about it.
You had people like talking to her and basically I'm assuming being like, where are they?
Yeah.
And then she'd be like, they're like,
oh, she like literally told the one person like scope them out.
Yeah. And then that person like walked by and like
she literally did a pass
and
by.
Like looked over her shoulder.
It was like truly like in a movie.
And then like came back around in a circle and was like,
oh yeah.
Yeah.
I know.
And the entire time I'm thinking like, I don't know. I didn't think there was anything real special about either of them.
Yeah, I literally wrote, I was trying to come up with theories as to what was going on. And I said,
top theory's gotta be
threesome, question mark.
Gotta be.
Yeah, and then I said, crypto bro, money daddy, question mark. Yeah, yeah. And I was like, I literally almost wanted to ask them what they do because I was like, there has to be something bigger at play here. I literally think
they're just in college.
You're probably right.
And have a friend who works at the restaurant.
God damn. It felt like the way they were being treated was like they were so important.
It felt like they were friends, but it felt like she had like a crush.
Yes. I also couldn't tell on which one.
And that's why I go back to the first theory, which is both.
But yeah, I was just writing, I said getting hot and bothered at the hostess desk, and then she literally passed a note through the booth shield because she literally was passing like a slip of paper like to them while they were like waiting for food or whatever.
It said, do you like me? And then it was 2 boxes. Yes. No.
But yeah,
are you so happy I got you this table? Yes. No.
It was actually the craziest thing I've ever seen in person right in front of me. Like, and Spencer and I didn't look away for like 1 second. Like, I mean, we were just like, when I was
already waiting.
We were like no more than 3 feet away from them in distance and just like watching because I couldn't stop myself. I was like, I need to know what's going on. Like, this is a new level of, yeah, because outside of like a school setting, I've just never watched something like that happen.
Yeah.
It was so, like, that's not even college. Melted. That's high school.
She melted when they walked in.
Literally.
Crazy.
And it was mind-blowing.
Crazy.
And I was like, oh, this is why people go out. To watch this happen to other people.
Yeah. Food there was amazing, though.
It was really good. No, it was great. Really no complaints. It was just the funniest experience. That I didn't think would ever happen. And I felt like we were the only people paying attention to it.
Oh, for sure.
We were in like a crowd. Like there were like 15 people all in his corner. Like we were all like shoulder to shoulder.
We brought it up to the friends that we were with and it really felt like they were like, yeah, we cannot be bothered with whatever it is that you're talking to us about right now. And it's just like, that is completely fair.
We were like, this is the most important thing that has happened.
Like, I think they were like, yeah, we clocked it. And then we moved on. And it's just like, all right.
This is the rest of my night.
Well, here's, just so you know, here's what we picked up on.
I've been taking notes the whole time.
And that's why Taylor Swift was throwing shade in her newest video.
Yeah. What? But yeah, so that's what happened. This is what it's like for 26-year-olds to go out. Is what we just described.
Yeah, you get fucked over by these Zoomers.
Yeah.
giving each other. They're just like the frickin' rich.
Mm-hmm.
They're just constantly helping each other, only looking out for each other.
Yep.
Unbelievable. We paved the way for them. We're the reason they know not to do a middle part. Unreal.
No, now middle part's cool again.
Oh, shit.
They want middle parts.
Oh.
Yeah.
No, what I said was right then, though.
What?
We already told them not to do middle parts.
Yeah, and then they went and did it.
I know. They don't appreciate us.
They don't.
They don't appreciate their elders. Real quick. Did you have anything else?
No, that was literally it.
Anything else?
No.
For the episode?
No.
Okay, well, I'm going to go with another going out story real quick.
Okay.
We went out to another place.
Yeah.
Saturday.
Yeah.
And we got there and, they come out and they're like, can I get you a drink? And so you and I were like, we're going to get a cider.
Yeah.
And so the waitress, who very clearly was like either just got there, but you could tell that she was off. Like
she was frazzled.
She was like flustered.
Yes.
And I think our friend that we were with, he's very like, oh,
and
this.
another thing.
Oh, this.
Yeah.
And then like, she might be like in the middle of something, and but he like had this idea, so he quickly says it, not to forget.
Yeah.
And I think that might have frazzled her a little bit. So anyway, she comes back and delivers the tragic news. They're out of the cider.
They're out of the cider.
So Shelby, fairly quickly.
Well, yeah,
we made her wait a little bit, but fairly quickly you pivoted and were like, "This is what I'll have."
Yeah.
And I was not prepared.
Yeah.
And then when she came back, I finally like gave what I wanted. 15 minutes. After everybody has their drinks. Like 15 minutes after that.
Yeah.
They come out. Are we waiting on anything here?
Yeah.
Just waiting on. Oh, you still need a drink? Yeah. Okay, I'll go check on that.
It was also a different person.
No, that was the same person.
Oh, okay.
Then somebody came out and asked if we needed anything. And myself and somebody else were waiting on our drinks still. And so he said, we're waiting on our drinks. She goes, I'll go check on him. This was a different person.
Yeah.
Then, right after she leaves, a guy brings one of the drinks.
Yeah.
And then the person who received that drink was like, oh, well, we just told them that we're waiting on drinks.
Yeah.
And then I think that guy went, well, now you're not. So I'm going to tell them that you don't need a drink.
Right.
And so I still don't have a drink.
Right.
Then the food is brought out.
Right.
And they go,
anything else. Yeah.
And I still didn't. I had taken a bite of my burger and I still didn't have my drink. And at that point, I didn't fucking want it anymore. And then they finally brought me my drink. And on two occasions, they said, this is ridiculous. You will not have to pay for this. This is on us. And then we paid for it because they miraculously forgot to take it off.
And we didn't have the capacity to say anything.
I get it. They were understaffed.
Yeah.
However, that is the worst experience, like worst service I've ever witnessed.
It was very...
it was in that moment that I was extremely pissed. It's moments like that where I'm pissed that tips are a thing.
Yeah.
Because if tips were actually used
just
for what they should be used for, they would not have fucking gotten a tip.
Right.
Like at all.
Right.
Like 0% tip.
Right.
But because they probably make, granted, we're in Boston, my guess is that they make money and then actually end up cleaning up pretty good because of tips.
Hopefully.
That's my guess.
Hopefully.
But you just give them the standard 20%.
Yeah.
Unbelievable.
Yeah.
We should have docked my drink out of the tip. And that would have taught them to not fucking forget because guess what? That's going to impact your tip a lot.
Right.
You go from a $20 tip to a $6 tip.
Right.
And what you could have had was, I'm just rolling with $100 was like the bill. So like the drink was $14, right? So it would have been 86, and 20% of 86 is still $17. So you could have, instead of, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
And you make the tip.
Yeah.
Like, I'm guessing they don't take the drink out of your pay, because at the end of the day, the restaurant probably doesn't care. Right. They're already overcharging for the other drinks that they probably netted even at that point.
Right. I know. It was really unfortunate because so many different people showed up to our
table. They kept asking me, and I said at one point, I was like, at this point, I don't even fucking want the drink.
Yeah.
And then they brought it, finally, and it was mid.
Yeah.
It was whatever.
Yeah.
And I knew that was going to happen. In the moment when I didn't have anything in front of me and I didn't have a drink, I wanted a drink. As soon as I had my food, it passed. I'm fine with water at this point. Leave me alone. And then they charged me $14 for it. Unbelievable.
Yeah.
Unbelievable. Literally the worst ever. I will not go back there. And anybody, I know, when would we? But if anybody's ever like, oh, we should go back there. No. Fuck you. And I know you liked your food, and I liked my food too. The food was actually really good.
Really
but the
good.
service was god awful.
Yeah.
And incompetent is the word I would use. And I saw this dude walking around, and he was very clearly the manager, and every part of me in the alternate universe from last week just tore into him and told him what a shit job he was doing. But because I'm in this timeline, I sat there and was quiet. But I was very much having that. I was very much having the whole, like, in the shower, thinking about like all the things I could have said, and like, but I was having it in the moment, just like, oh man, every part of me. But I'm not a dick,
right?
And that's the fucking problem. People can just get away with anything. Then we went and played indoor mini golf, which conceptually, pretty neat.
Yeah.
Execution wise,
also
terrible. 0 out of 10.
It was pretty bad.
I mean, thank God we were in good company, because
for real.
Well, the food was also good. I gotta say that
it was still a fun night. It's not like the whole night
so the night was still really good.
The night was fun.
But it was like the two like things we actually did. Both were like
tainted
fairly severely.
Yeah. The indoor mini golf was just
conceptually great idea.
Yeah, not done
Execution,
very well.
God awful.
Yeah, it was. Which again, I think both situations were, well, one, the setup from the beginning with mini golf was bad. Two, everything was like made worse because like it's one of those things where you can just tell staff aren't paid enough to care. You know what I mean? Like, I feel like there's supposed to be more control over like people movement.
Show me. You just described everyone.
Oh, I know. No, and I'm like, I'm on the staff side. Like, this isn't me being. No,
I'm saying everyone.
Yes.
In the world. Yes. Is not paid enough to care.
No, I know. But like.
And the ones who are don't care.
Right. But I was like watching. We saw the staff at the mini golf, and I did not envy them in any capacity, would not want to be them, like only felt for them, like only was like, I'm so sorry, because it's what fucking time on a Saturday night. It's fucking St. Patrick's Day weekend, which I did not mentally account for that. And people are annoyingly wasted. People are like fucking like touching her. It was just like weird, and I was like, wow, I would want to
poking her with her their clubs.
Yeah, just like being fucking dumb and like annoying, and like everyone needed something, and it was just like way too overwhelming. And so like I don't fault them in any capacity. Like I'd be out of there, like fuck that. But it like exacerbated all the issues that were already just there naturally.
Mm-hmm.
So it was like not very good, which I like, again, don't really like. I don't blame the people working there. It was just like poorly constructed, and then like very little control was put on anything. So it was just like kind of a bunch of drunk people running wild in a very confined space.
Do you think it would be cool if you could stretch out your legs and be on 4 of the 9 holes?
Yeah.
Well, then do I have the event for you?
Yeah. So it was quite an event. And that's what you get when you're 26 and you go out.
Yeah. This is what we should be doing.
This is what we should be doing, though. So I'm glad we did it.
Let's keep on keeping on. This weekend, we're going bowling. All right. That's actually true. I'm pretty sure we are going bowling.
We are?
I'm pretty sure.
Oh, okay. Cool.
Oh, speaking of which, yeah, you were there.
Was I?
Yeah, we weren't, though.
Was I?
I was playing with Mike. We played Switch Sports Bowling. And
oh, yeah.
I'm pretty fucking good.
I heard you guys getting you're so good you punched a wall.
That was volleyball. All right. Goodbye. Say goodbye.
Bye.
Say it happier.
Bye.
Say it a little sad.